Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do a fun little project called putting in a drag seat. So the car has one right now, and I finally got around to ordering a second one. And I'm going to show you how to put it in and just the process of how that goes. Haven't seen a whole lot of videos on this, so hopefully this will be helpful. Here's the first one, how it's set up on a harness bar with the straps back there. And then you can kind of see the bracket down here, which I'll show just a little bit. And yep, we're gonna try to make the second side over there match this one. Right now the seat is just sitting there, literally. And I gotta get the bracket in and everything like that to get it all good to go. So the easiest way to put these seats in, I use the Jegs drag seats. It's the ones that I like, and they're great price and they work well. Just as comfortable as any other one out there, except for maybe one of the fancy Tillet ones or something like that. But yeah, it's got some good padding in it here and holds you really good. And you measure it off your hips, so this is an 18-inch because I'm a big boy. But anyways, the seat itself, you can't put it in the car that easily, so you do need a bracket. So the easiest way I've seen to do it is just to order this Fat House Fab bracket. It literally uses the holes that the seats from factory go into. So this one, and then the one in the back, and then this thing is a little submarine belt part that I got with it from Fat House. Last time I think I got it from UPR. It's the part that's in the back of the seat down here, and it's what holds the strap, this one, in place. So the UPR one I just didn't feel like ordering from a second website, so Fat House had this one. And it's funny because they powder coated this, but this time they did not powder coat the bracket. The last time I ordered it, they did powder coat it. So anyways, I'm gonna start by painting this black, getting it all good to go, and then we'll start mounting the seat on it. It does come with all the hardware. It's all right here. You gotta get it on the right spots, how you want it. I forget what holes I used exactly because there are different spots. You can go here, there, here, there. Yeah, however you need to make it. So I'm just gonna follow off of the other seat to do this one, but I'm gonna paint it first. I'll be back after that. Okay, so here's another project that I've been wanting to do for a long time. If you look here in the front of the car, there's still quite a bit of negative camber on this wheel. Yep, you can kind of see it there. This side of it here, not quite as bad, but still some negative camber. Woo, a tip. So right now it just has the bolts in it, which is like a special bolt that goes in here that has a lobe on it that lets you add some camber, but it's not enough right now. So BMR finally came out with these. They used to make, or they've been making for a long time for S550s, these caster camber plates, and they just recently came out with the 11 to 14 S197 version of it. So I guess they're in high demand and they're hard to get right now. And so I had to get red if I wanted to get them anytime soon. I guess it was 6 to 8 weeks or longer to get the gray ones, which almost everything else in the car that's BMR is the gray stuff. It's underneath the back for the most part, but I'm just gonna paint them because I can't stand red on the car. So yeah, we're gonna get to work on painting these, and then I'll probably film all the rest of putting these in and trying to get these a little bit more positive, a little more back to zero for the camber on the front wheels. All right, so a little update. It's drying. It's pretty nicely black so far. Check it out. Here's the brackets. Yep. That is now a black bracket. How about that? So yep, we'll see how it turns out after it dries. All this on the left side is all the caster camber plates, painted those black too. And then we'll put it all together after this. Okay, so we're inside the car, and I'm just going to show how I do the harnesses on the harness bar. This is a Brom harness bar. It takes out the seat belts, and then it has these little stanchions or whatever rods that go down to the bottom, and it holds it in place. So I have the CO2 bottle on here. The harness is over here already done, so I'm just gonna show you how I did this one. I did the first one to make sure I remembered how to do it, but here's the second one. So they come from Jegs like this. Let's see, and they come with a loophole and a ring on it. So I just take that off. Yeah, just set it aside. I guess if you had a tab, if you had, you know, a roll cage, or if you built it for this, then that would work. But this works just as well. So I'm gonna take some of the slack out, make it similar to the previous one. And there's extension down here. So I'm gonna loosen this just so I know, like, all right, I'm gonna have enough space for a person. Okay, so making this about similar to that one. And put this ring in the same spot. Okay, so I start by going over, and then I'm gonna go underneath. This might look weird initially, but I like this for two reasons. One, it's gonna do 2 loops around the bar instead of 1, and so it's gonna be more secure on the bar, and then also it will not leave a ton of leftover, which makes it look decent when it's all there. So you just have to go inside like this. So far there's still lots of space in the D-ring or whatever here. It's gonna get pretty tight though. So just get things where they need to go. Okay, it's gotta go back up. This is the fun part about working on cars, you know? Gotta get it all just right. Okay, something like that. So it's coming down the bottom now. I go back around the top through this loop, and then I'm gonna go back through the ring. So this is still pretty easy to do, not too hard to feed it through. The very last one is gonna get way tighter though. All right, that's nice and snug. This one still should be pretty chill. Come on there, little buddy. Okay, cool. It's already pretty snug. You could stop there, but I like to take it back through just to get it out of the way. This one is where it's pretty tight. So you need some space in that ring, and just start to feed it in there. And then you might have to get some pliers to pull it through or something, because it's pretty tight now. Something like that. Let's see where it ends up at. Yep, right about the same as the other. And that makes me happy. Pretty good and even. Both the sides of that bar, both right about the same length. That is awesome. Okay, so now I'm ready to put the seat in and keep going from there. How about that? Alright, so continuing on with the saga for making the drag seats fit into the car. I think I already showed this, but I got the cloth already all tacked down to the seat. We might have to take that off in order to drill the holes and get it all set up, but now here's the bracket all painted. So I just did a wrinkle black paint, and no, I did not do an insanely amazing paint job. I just wanted them to be better than all super shiny and silver. So these are black. They now will match somewhat decently the other set, because these were actually professionally powder coated by Fat House Fab whenever they sent them last time. So we're gonna use the exact same hole position for the passenger side. So the hole positions you can see here can move left, right, forward, back. So I'm just going to use the very forward hold position here, which is the way the driver's seat is right now. And then we'll try and mock that up. We'll have to figure out which holes we use on the sides here, and exactly where we drilled the holes in the seats. And then have to put in the submarine mount there. But yeah, slowly making progress here. Okay, so here's layout of things on the inside, just mock-up stuff. So, like I mentioned before, seat belt is gone from here. The bolt from the harness bar just goes in there. These harnesses are all finished up. They're tight, they're just waiting. So then these are the stock holes for the seats for front and back. And so the bracket fits perfectly into those holes. Then I've got 4 bolts on the outsides of the seat bracket and then all the way in the front position. And the front position also helps give space because the submarine bar, this is a submarine bar from Fat House. Last time I got the UPR one, and the UPR one goes from here to here on the back. This one does not fit in the exact same spot, so it's in this rear position here on the brackets. And then if you're trying to do it as easy as possible, then the side harnesses for the seat also will bolt onto there too. So that's what that is. There is the side strap going onto the top part of the submarine harness, and the submarine harness has a bolt there holding the bottom one, which is what holds this piece. So that's the setup. I'm gonna set the seat in there now and see where the holes through here need to get drilled into the seat. We'll make sure all that's good, and then we'll start to tighten everything down. Okay, so on the seat, I just made some marks with, you know, anything that works. And you can see there's a mark here, and there's a mark right there. So the bracket will just sit right below this little spot, sorry, right below this spot right here. And then this is just height-wise for it to match the other one and be tilted forward to like a decent spot. So I'm gonna drill these and then start putting the bracket on, and we'll go from there. Okay, update. Holes are drilled, bolts are through. I put the bolts with the heads inside and the nut outside. That way any extra length would go away from the hips and the seat and stuff. And that fits just right. And this back one slides to make it easy to get that bolt in. So now we'll flip the other side, start bolting it in. Okay, so we're making progress here. The bolts are in. This is everything just loose and just mocked up. And then starting to put the seat onto the brackets. Did use a deburring tool on the inside here to make sure that those holes are all cleaned up and all the metal is gone. And yep, we're getting close. All right, so the seat is all bolted in, as you can see by the whole car shaking now. Basically just tighten down all the bolts, all the stock locations for seat stuff, all the bolts on the chair itself. Pulled this through, and then we'll have to put the cushion in, put everything in the right places, and we'll be finished up. All right, finished product. Everything is in, all bolted down and tight. Oh, don't hit the Harley. Stay right there. All right. So, yep, all the straps all pulled through. I usually just put these off to the side because it makes it easier to get in. I tested everything, make sure that it's easy to put it on stuff. But, yeah, look at that. Drag seat already in. Ugh. It always hits my hat when I try to get in. And then you just pull these up, put on the little clippies. It's hard to do things with one hand. Shoot. But yeah, you get the point. Let's see. Both sides. Come on, little buddy. Alright, how about that? It's hot. Jesus, Texas needs to calm down a little bit. But yeah, look at that. Seat, same position as the other side over there. Now both of them match. And you can sit right here and enjoy turbo sounds. Or whatever your car has in it. That's it for now. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. One more bonus. Here's all 5 tightened down. like that. I ain't going nowhere. And then take it off, then spin the thing. It goes down. Straighten it out. And that's it. You're out. Boom. Welcome to Drag Seats.